Hey there, Vineyard family. Hey, it has been a really good day down here at the Vineyard campus. We had the food pantry open today for October's Vineyard Family Pantry Day, and it was just a great time just on every front. But before going home, I just wanted to take a moment to record a grapevine about something that's coming up next week that I'd like you to consider. Because if you're going to do it, you're going to need to block out some time for it and also sign up for it in advance. So you may remember that prior to COVID and quarantine and pandemic, all of that, we were doing something monthly called Living Room Conversations. We haven't done one since February of this year. But Living Room Conversations is an evening where we gather together in groups of about 6 people, and we discuss a topic, and we use a framework that allows us to make sure that everybody gets to participate, and that allows us to talk about usually a controversial topic, a loaded topic, something with a lot riding on it, but to do it in a way where we're not trying to persuade or debate one another, but we're trying to listen to one another and actually foster empathy for people who may think differently than we do or believe differently than we do. And so the goal is to be really peacemakers and bridge builders in the midst of a pretty divided time. And instead of vilifying somebody who thinks differently, to truly understand why someone may, even a fellow brother or sister in Christ, might think quite differently about the same topic. So having that framework that creates some safe boundaries that we can have the conversation and do it well has allowed us to venture into some really challenging topics and to really grow in understanding one another. So we tend to ask questions with that are not so much idea-based as they are experiential-based. So it helps us to understand the stories that have shaped us and the experiences that have shaped us. And that tends to help us to lean into one another rather than to draw back. So all that to say, we're bringing that back just before the election. And the topic for this particular one is called Anxiety and the Election. So probably, you've experienced some anxiety regardless of where you stand within the political spectrum. I think we've all probably experienced some anxiety. And this is designed to allow us to come together and to process that with one another. So, we actually did a beta of this conversation already last month, and we brought about a dozen of us together, and we already had 2 groups go through this topic. And to be honest, on the front end, I participated in that one, and I had a little bit of trepidation, can we do this and do it well? And it actually, I'm here to report it went really, really well. I was really glad that I participated in my group, and we didn't all see things exactly the same way, but we did leave understanding one another and even understanding the issues a little better. And so I want to invite you to participate in this. This is a way that we as Christians can be peacemakers and bridge builders in the midst of a pretty divided time. And so that's part of what we're doing is we're cultivating the tools of empathy by having a specific conversation. So the one that we're going to have next week, we're going to do it on 3 different nights. And one of those nights is going to be virtual so that people can participate by Zoom. So if you're not able to come on campus, you can still participate virtually. That's going to be Tuesday night, October 27th from 6:30 to 8:30. And then there's going to be 2 that are live in person in Heritage Hall, both on Wednesday and Thursday. That's October 28th and 29th, also from 6:30 to 8:30. So the ones that are live, we're going to do those in Heritage Hall. We're going to distance people at the big tables in Heritage Hall in a way that we can be socially distanced. We are still going to wear our masks. That's what we decided at the last one because people needed to know on the front end, would we be wearing face coverings or not? And we decided that because the whole point of this is to that what comes out of our mouth is not harming one another, that we would actually make a commitment to wear masks for this. And it's actually helpful. We have a number of people in our community that participate in this that work in the healthcare industry and needed to do that for the sake of those they serve as well as people in their own household. So that's what you can expect. If you'd like to participate or if you have questions, you can go to vineyardboise.org/go, and there'll be a sign-up form that you can go there and you can fill out for one of those 3 nights. But I would love to see you there. I think it's a great way for us to cultivate some empathy and do some bridge building prior to the election. And I'm hopeful for what we can create with that. So we'd love to see you there. And yeah, let's keep growing in how to make the invisible God visible and how to be bridge builders in a time that is increasingly divided.